Hello and welcome, YouTube, to a stupid little vlog here. Oh yes, iRacing. We're gonna have a little iRacing fun today on January 1st. This is the Porsche GT3 Cup, and here we go. Braking nice and early, almost get rear-ended there. We're going to be seeing a lot of this red car throughout this event. It's a pretty clean start, all in all. Everyone's jockeying for a position. Even the second turn is very clean. It's kind of surprising how this race ends up churning out when the start was so good. Everyone was behaving themselves. This was super intense for me. I saw all this action going up on front and just knew something bad was going to happen. And I've got cars on my tail here. Yeah, my car's unpainted if you haven't noticed. I'm just using the stock colors. Dang, that guy's right up on my butt. Woo! He wants me. But there's the thing about this track. It's very difficult to make passes, as we'll see going forward here. Basically, what you have to do is rely on the person around you really screwing up, going really extra slow, or spinning, or like locking their brakes really badly. Let's take a look at some of the camera views we've got while we're doing this. So we've got the behind view. This view's pretty cool. I'm right up on this guy, but I'm on the inside, so I brake a little early. He brakes a little late, and well, there he goes. This is a pretty cool view. I think this view's the best, though. Really shows what's going on up ahead. This is Walkins Glen, if you haven't noticed. I don't want to show my name, so I'm going to keep the positions and the name private. The names and everything. Just because in iRacing you have to use your real name. And so myself and the people around me are all competing, you know, using our real names. And I'd rather not post that up on YouTube. Ooh, look at this guy right behind me. I'm taking that corner pretty slow, huh? Coming off of the boot back onto the main Walkins Glen track. But I do this part pretty well, I think. Look at me hit that apex. See, I put a little distance on my man behind me. Ooh, here's our first crash. Spin out. With another car spun out too. I had to slow down for that. Here you can see me. I go over to the right here to get out of the dirty air. It keeps the car more stable in the braking, and there's a big bump on the left side of the track there. These cars do not have anti-lock brakes, so it's very easy to, you know, lock the rears and really not have a good day. You're going to be spinning and going right into that wall like we saw just earlier. That's probably what happened. The guy locked his brakes, and then that was that. You can see here my pace is just, if anything, it's a hair faster than this guy's, but it's very, very close. It's just so tough to pass on this track, especially because I'm still new to the car, and under braking, I'm not very sure of myself on the brakes with this car. I'm so concerned about getting lockups that I take it really easy. Then turn 1, a little infamous section again. Look at that guy going super wide up ahead. Really difficult turn to get right. Looks like we're coming up on some people here. Let's see what's going on behind. We still got that guy behind me. I didn't even really notice him, to be honest. I was focused so far forward that these guys, yeah. You can see the nice smooth braking I do there, taking it nice and easy. Maybe not using the whole track like I should, but again, just trying to keep the car on the track for all 13 laps is my primary goal in these races. You know what I mean? You can't win and you can't compete if you can't be consistent enough to do all the laps without crashing. That's the whole point, right? Not just doing a single fast lap, but doing, you know, a ton of fast laps. It's very difficult. Right now what I'm doing is a ton of slow laps along with all the my friends in front of me and behind me. He is right there. You could hear me there having to back out of the turn once I had already committed. That's a huge loss of time. But it seems like the people around me aren't exactly great at that section either. So you can see where I'm just like really slow here. This guy's right up on my butt, thinking that maybe he can even pass me. This sector here is pretty fun. It's just the tiniest little lift to keep the car out of the wall as you're fighting the understeer at those really high speeds. And I really lost some time. I'm keeping a pretty solid gap to Mr. Red now. I seem to be breaking him a little bit, even though he was able to get so close. Look at how he misses the apex there. This is just, for me, this type of racing where I know there's a guy waiting to pounce. There's other guys behind him. I got people in front of me. And I'm really in the middle of the pack. It's just really cool. It'd be nice to be up front, but, you know, I'm not that quick. I was ranked 21st out of 23rd starting this race. And I finished in 8th place. There's a lot of incidents going on ahead that we can't really see. I'm not going to try to edit all that in and make like a montage of the race, but rather make a montage of just me and my thoughts on what I'm doing. So here we can see there was a guy who made a big mistake and now he's stuck back here and we're catching up to him. Also notice the smoke on the outside of the track. You can barely see. That means someone ahead again screwed up. Ooh, we got someone behind me. Look at that. Dang, he really caught up. I didn't break anything. He's ready to bounce. Good on me for holding my position. Oh, whoa, big crash. Let's rewind that. You know what? I want to see this again. We're rewinding. I want to see this again. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. What happened here? Look at that. Oh my. He threaded the needle. Oh. Oh my gosh. So we're coming out of this turn, and the guy goes off to. They just. What the hell? What the hell? I don't even know. And I guess Mr. Red there got his incident from getting him tagged. Whew. When I'm looking back at so this is a close one. Ooh. It's a cluster back there. I got super lucky. Not quite as lucky as Mr. Red up in front, but ooh. That was not a great turn again on that first turn. I'm over slowing the car, I think. Well, not that it matters too much, because this is probably going to be my last race on this track, as they're going to switch it up for tomorrow. And I'll just live with my results for the week. This is a very good result. So now I've got tons of time to catch up on Mr. Red. I'm way behind. Let's see what we can do here. Let's play with some of the camera angles again. That's pretty cool. Here we go. This is pretty nice. So the idea here, if you're still watching, is you don't want to give up, right? Even though I really can't make a pass on this guy, and he's pulled out time on me, like as we can see. Ooh, almost crashed there. Keeping it together. But even though he's pulling time on me, and you know, I don't have really anyone behind me, as we can see. I'm pulling time on this guy. any mistake by any of us could really change the outcome of this race for ourselves, right? One or two positions really changes your iRating. You could go from gaining points to losing points in the positions we're in now, near the middle of the pack. It's a pretty cool little camera view here. This would be the view, of course, that I have. 55 degrees FOV, not quite accurate, but it feels good. See, I'm catching him. Oh, this is like the TV camera angles. And there's a big race going on behind me there. So you can see now the race is starting to calm down a bit. Well, I say that, and then that guy almost crashes trying to keep it together coming through the first turn. But for me, the race has calmed down, you know. The guys behind me are kind of racing each other, and they're not bothering me as much. And now I'm just, you know, trying to catch Mr. Red ahead of me. The pit view. Very, very interesting. That's a pretty cool view. You can see all the cars way far ahead of me there. I still kind of like this view, but oh, look at this. Coming up on a slow car. What's going on here? And then two cars ahead where me and Mr. Red are both catching. Wonder what's going to happen there. Love those turns. These last couple of turns here. So much fun. Ooh, they're racing. They're racing up ahead. See, that's good for me. If they were just to hold their positions and accept where they were, or at least make a decisive pass, then that would be bad for me, because then they're going to keep their pace high. But the way they're going now, going side by side in the turns and whatnot, me and Mr. Red are catching them very quickly. Oh, he's going for a pass. So dangerous, bro. What are you doing? You're trying too hard to make it work. Going around the outside there. As you can see, I mean, we're really quickly catching up to them. Going up the inside there, but he's going to completely compromise his exit. So yep, they're side by side coming out of that turn. See, now if I were Mr. Red, I don't know how close I'd want to get to this, because yep. Yep, that's what happens when you try too hard. It just doesn't work out for you. It's now from 21st up to like 7th or 8th place. Well, I guess I started in 17th for my qualifying time. And now the final stage of the race. It's me versus Mr. Red. He's obviously got the advantage because he's ahead. But I'm slowly catching him. Let's see what's going on behind me. Oh, wow. So the red car behind me lost a couple spots in the melee, I guess. This is almost more interesting than what's going on in front. Because those are the two guys, aren't they, that were racing before? Now they're still there. They didn't damage their cars too badly. They were able to keep going. Let's look forward again. Oh, wow, look how much time I picked up on Mr. Red here. It's looking good for me. Did that slightly better than I normally do. So you see, I'm getting close enough that I feel like I want to try to stay out of his draft a little bit. Because the dirty air really affects the downforce of the car. You can feel it. It's not like the most noticeable difference, but it'll catch you out and cause you to crash if you're not careful, especially under braking. The car doesn't slow down as fast when you're right behind somebody. Wonder what's going on behind again. Oh. They passed each other. Oh, they're going for it. But see, all that racing they're doing is enabling me to pull away. See, look at that. What are they thinking? You're never gonna make that work. Very interesting. See how much time he lost? Now he's getting eaten up by the red car. Huh. Look at me, and I'm catching up to Mr. Red, huh? Sort of. See, he pulls away there on that first straight. Or on that first turn. He's just got this, what, half a second gap or so to me that I just can't seem to close right now. We got a little sideways going into that turn. Just noticed that could have affected his confidence a little. I know I'm putting the pressure on him. Especially now, I'm catching him through this sector there, the final or the middle sector. This is where things get interesting for me because, you know, I want the position, but at the same time, I'm up in like 8th place from like 17th. So do I really want to... Oh, that's the end. Well, have a good time, everybody. Happy New Year.